Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to take our tree cable. It's probably 200 feet long, something like that. We use it all the time. Last huge tree we pulled with my dad's tractor, and we actually broke this thing. And it kind of scared me, and then I thought, well, I've been doing this kind of hillbilly style for so long. So I went and bought some Crosby clips or cable clamps. These are Crosby, spelled with a C, is like American made. They're awesome. These people, they put, you can take a look at the U-bolt that they give you. Here's a look at it. And it came out of this package. Okay, you can see it's got their name on it and it's got the size. A lot of times it'll even have the rating on it. But when they're putting their name on it, they're proud of it. Anything made in China or whatever, that garbage, there's nothing on it. The bolts strip out on it or the nuts strip out on it. But anyway, so I bought these, and you can actually get them on Amazon. They're not that hard to find. Whoops, I'll pick that up. But Crosby did such a good job, and we'll show a picture of this, but it actually gives you the instructions on what to use. So you can come over here and say, all right, I have a 5/16 cable. All right. And that means that I need a minimum of 2 clips. That's 5 1/4 is what my turn back needs to be. So they're saying that when I loop around this steel end, I need to turn back 5 1/4. Now they say at the bottom here, if a greater number of clips are used than shown in the table, the amount of turn back should be increased proportionately. So if we're coming back 5 1/4, then that half of that would be 2 5/8. Okay, so if you see how this is, that should be 2 5/8, 2 5/8. So what I'm thinking is I will add another 2 5/8 to 5 1/4. That'll give me 7 7/8. So I'll turn back 7 7/8 so I have equal proportion. And what they say is basically come back, put this one on first, then you're going to come in and you're going to put this one as close as you can to the eyelet. And then you lay this one in the center. And then you want to torque them very evenly. We'll go through that a little bit. And they want you torquing these with 30 foot-pounds of torque, 30 foot-pounds of torque is what I read. So it depends on the size of eye bolt, what torque specifications you want. But it does say, you can see here in this illustration right here, they say never saddle a dead horse. The U-bolt is red. And I'll show you that. And the saddle is the gray thing, okay? The saddle should always go on the live wire that's continuing out. They call that the saddle. Never saddle a dead horse. Remember that. So let's see if we can put this together. I've got to take what I've got. I'm going to take this cable here. I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to pull some measurements. And we'll go from there. And I can't do a project without my Vermeer. So it will be helping me even in this. Okay, so before I cut this, what I'm going to do is just put some electrical tape on here. What this does is it should keep the cable from unraveling. I don't want it to do this when I cut it. It doesn't explode like that, but it will just unravel like that. So if I can tape this up, I think I can get it better. I can get it a little bit more secure. Let's see if I can. So I'm going to get a good amount of tape on here. This will end up staying on as long as I have the cable. All right. So now I'm going to put a little tension on the cable, and then I'm going to cut this thing in my tape line here. All right. That held it together really nice. Okay. The radius around this is about 6 inches. So I know I've got to come around this 6 inches, and then I need to go 7 7/8 both ways, okay? So that's going to be 7 7/8. That's basically 8 inches, and I'm okay if I give myself a little play here, okay? So I'm going to say 8, 16 plus another 6 puts me at 22. Okay. 22 inches. I'm going to put some tape here. All right. That's just kind of a marker for me. Now I should be able to bend this. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So now I should be able to bend this back. And let's just see if this is close to a 7-inch turn back. Yeah, that's 7. I'll bet that's almost perfect. Okay. So I'm going to line up both ends here. Okay. And we never saddle a dead horse. This is our saddle, okay? So that goes on this side, on the live side, okay? Then we place this in here, just like this, okay? And since it's a chore to squeeze this, whew, that is a real chore to squeeze. Let's see if we can get it by ourselves. All right, we got one on. Get the next one on. Okay. All right, there we go. So there's our first one. We'll put that like right there. Then we got to get one more. This is tough, son. Tough to do. Now I've got these two on. So now what they want you to do is just pull this in as close as you possibly can. That's what their instructions say. Okay. All right. So I've got that about as close as I can get it. I've got my impact here. You know, I'll tell you what, one exciting thing, that 11/16 socket that you never use, I finally have a use for it. So I'm kind of excited. A brand new socket. I don't know that I've ever used it on anything. It's not a real common size. And wouldn't you know, I may have to, oh, there we go. They just have to turn a little bit here. The flat side has to be facing the other nut, or this thing will not go. All right, and remember, we want to tighten these evenly. All right, so that guy's in there. This guy's in here. I can just about hand tighten these a little bit, okay? And then since I am using 3, I will have this lay right in the center. Now the torque spec on these is 30 foot-pounds. So I checked my torque wrench, and my torque wrench doesn't go down, I think like 45 foot-pounds, which means I'll have to borrow one. So all I'm gonna do for now is just get these mounted, and then I'll come back and torque them later. Okay, so I need to torque these nuts, but you can see each one of these are tightened equally, and I went little by little to cinch these up. And that's really all there is to it. So I'm excited to use this. I think it'll be significantly safer going forward. All right, I am gonna roll this up and do the other end. But if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.